How's it going, everybody? So we are going to be playing some Ice P.E.K.K.A. Yard here today. I think that's P.E.K.K.A. Ice Wizard is a great combination for defense. I've thrown in just a really good defensive deck with the Evo Inferno Dragon. The Zappies are one of the best defensive cards in this game. And of course, we have Graveyard Freeze for that bit of cheese aspect on offense. By the way, two new heroes coming out next season, Dark Prince and Bowler. You know, I think the bowler shooting a basketball is hilarious, but it's going to be broken as heck for the game. I'm not even going to give my thoughts on it because, good grief, I'll give you guys the gameplay whenever we're allowed to. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. But it was definitely a little bit of a shock. I'm going to go Graveyard here into this, actually. I feel like Graveyard into this should be fine. I thought maybe this Zappy would die one of these days. I'm actually going to freeze as well. This is probably way too aggressive, and I might get punished potentially for it, but hopefully Ice Wizard can clean up a decent bit of these Skeleton Dragons. Bit of an aggressive first play. I probably will lose at least some damage on my tower here, but I've got P.E.K.K.A. P.E.K.K.A. is a good counter. I'm not going to use it here most likely. I'm actually going to go Zappy, split the middle if he doesn't play anything else. I'm not sure what his win condition is, so I'm going to go for my Zappies here right now. Oh, Royal Hogs. That's fine. I'm going to go Ice Wiz, then Barbell on top of these pigs, and also hopefully kill the Bomber. I'm going to pop the ability to make sure that dies, and we can actually take it off the map. Unfortunately, my Ice Wiz does die, but on the bright side of things here, we are up about, what, 700 damage to start this game, and yeah, like I said, made this deck right before and played a few games, and I've noticed that you can't really break through it unless you have a decently big push. So a lot of the time, I'm not just going to go for like a Graveyard Naked unless I have freeze and really need desperate damage later in the match. Usually I'd like to have like a P.E.K.K.A. tanking, or even an Inferno Dragon is a decent tank for the Graveyard, or even like two Zappies on one side. There's a lot of different awkward ways you can apply pressure and stuff, but I'm just going to P.E.K.K.A. He's going to go for the Giant Skelly back into the P.E.K.K.A. That's a very weird giant skeleton, and yes, the upload schedule will be around this time every single day. I'm going to be consistent with that as I promised, and it's just been I mean, if I'm honest with you guys, which I always will be, it's been a bit of a rough couple of like weeks for me. I don't know why, just my mind has not been where it needs to be, and it's been not great, but I'm definitely better. Like, I'm feeling good right now, and I'm excited to pump out a bunch of videos, and there's a bunch of new stuff coming, like the new heroes next season, that I'm not necessarily excited for a hero, but I am excited for new content and whatnot to be able to play and stuff. But anyways, enough yapping about that. He has Goblin Cage Evo. What do I do right here? Maybe we just go for like, I'm gonna Tornado Freeze everything. Oh my gosh, that's huge. Oh, we got the Giant Skelly in there. That's actually massive. Let's let all that die, because he's gonna have to overspin, right, to kill the Inferno Dragon. So I'm gonna go for the Graveyard Barbell. Come on, iDrag, lock in. Perfect. He had to go Golden Knight. Now we are having a huge push on this left-hand side. Can he even stop that? I don't think so. That might be GG's, guys. Maybe not completely, but I'm gonna go Ice Wiz like this. Wow, the Graveyard right there. Those last 4 or 5 Skellies literally did nothing. How did that even happen? Let's go P.E.K.K.A. like this. That's bad Golden Knight ability. And then P.E.K.K.A.'s gonna chop on top of those piggies. We still could definitely lose this game. I will say the one weakness of this deck, I mean, it's pretty obvious, is that there's no big spell. So you've got to be very, very careful with that. You can usually get cheesed in triple elixir sometimes if you don't have a big spell. I'm going to actually go Graveyard here again and try and stay aggressive. I think this is the best Graveyard placement for just natural damage. I'm not 100% sure, but look at that. That's like 500 damage off rip. We can freeze, and that should do it right there. Graveyard. Oh, yeah. Perfect first game. Let's freaking go. Up against Kitty Meow in this next one. That is a crazy username, I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to grab the King Tower activation. Most likely going to be 3.0 Expo, though, but I'm still fine with just grabbing that off rip. 3.0 is going to be difficult for this deck. I will say we do have Barbell, which is one of the greatest counters to Archers in Expo, but other than that, our counters to the Expo in general are pretty weak. We don't have a spell like a Fireball, Poison, Rocket, Lightning, one of those, Earthquake, to take out the Expo. I'm just going to have to play really, really, really patiently and wait for them to make the aggressive plays, and then react accordingly. So let me go for the P.E.K.K.A. like this right here. I'm actually like, I feel very good, and I'm very excited to play Clash today, which is, I'd say, rare at the moment, but just going to go Barbell on top of the Expo to make sure we can take that out. He does go for the Knight. I'm just going to pop the ability to make sure the Expo dies. I don't want to take any chances with that. Hopefully, P.E.K.K.A.'s going to chop that up in a second. Actually, it doesn't even need to. It's going to die from just time anyways. And okay, so I think the only way we're winning this matchup, if we do, is going to be a really, 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 really good freeze on, like, with our Graveyard. So he does go for the Fireball instantly, and Knight abilities. Holy smokes. That was so much elixir. That was 6 elixir right there, by the way. Basically just rocketed for nothing, hardly. So that King Tower activation actually came in a bit handy, actually stopping that Knight from getting a second shot. I guess I'll take it. And right here, I'm actually just going to go Inferno Dragon Graveyard. I know this is aggressive, but he just played, I think we're up a couple elixir. I'm just going to try and get some damage. Most likely he's going to be able to defend, but that was not the greatest Knight. Actually didn't block for the iDrag, and we were able to get a few Graveyard shots right here, which is massive. I'm not going to Barbell ability because I'm kind of broke. We do get about 600 damage. I don't think he has enough for an Expo. Right now, at least I sure hope not, or we are in a lot of trouble, like, very quickly. Dang, I really don't want to play Zappies on this either. I'm just going to NATO this. Hopefully it defends the archers. Yeah, no, that I don't know. Maybe there's a better way to defend that, but that was not the NATO I was looking for. I mean, he still gets a couple hits. At least we're still in the lead, technically. I'm going to Zappies the Tesla, 4-for-4 trade. That's completely okay with me, and I'm actually just going to go for the... Actually, let's go I drag the back. I was going to peck at the back, but I think if I peck at the back, I'm really leaving myself no counters for the Expo. So I'm going to go P.E.K.K.A here in the middle. That's fine. We can go ahead and drop down our Ice Wiz once that Expo locks on our P.E.K.K.A, and then Barbarian Barrel on the Archer as well. Perfect. Inferno Dragon should just give me a lot of value. That's kind of the what we're going for. I'm going to Zappies. He could Fireball all that together. He does. That's okay. We can live with that. As long as we're forcing him to, like, not just go Expo, Expo, Expo 100 million times in a row, I think we're all right, but it's going to be still a difficult matchup, I'd say. Let's go I drag the back, see how he wants to play this. Expo comes down on the other side, so I'll just P.E.K.K.A, of course, and then wait a few seconds. I've got my Ice Wizard here. Let's go for the Ice Wiz now and then Barb Barrel. I don't think those are good archers in my opinion. I'm just going to pop the ability as well to make sure this Barb Barrel can take out at least damage the Expo a lot more. Not bad. We'll take that. Another just kind of an awkward push by him. I don't see why he did that. Freeze for some cheese? No way. We actually got a couple hundred damage off that. I was hoping he wouldn't expect it. I'm going to go aggressive again, just Graveyard I drag. I think we need to get some more damage, and right now a couple Graveyard hits would be super nice, but he does have archers. Yeah, we got literally no hits out of that. Like 0 hits, actually. I'm going to go P.E.K.K.A the bridge here, and then Ice Wiz predict the Skellies potentially would be nice. Do we get it? We do. Perfect. And then I got to be kind of careful of this Knight on the other side. I'm going to go for the Barb Barrel right now on the archers. And then pop my ability to make sure they die. You know what? I'm happy with that. Zappies to make sure the Knight doesn't hit my tower. And right now, I'd say we're kind of in a spot where I have to just prevent all damage and get a Graveyard Freeze and Triple Elixir to win us the game. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to go Inferno Dragon. He's most likely going to go for the Expo here soon. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop the pack at the bridge. Perfect. That's fine. Even though it's other lane, we can tank. And then I can go Ice Wiz on top of this Expo. I have Barb Barrel, which is one of the best counters. And Ice Wiz is low-key doing a good job of just kind of making it hard for him to get much value out of his Expos. I'm going to chill here. I guess I'll just go... Wow, my cycle is horrid. I'm going to go Barb Barrel like this, and then Zappies right here. We're back to P.E.K.K.A in just a bit, so what I'm going to do is go Inferno Dragon, then P.E.K.K.A on the river to tank for our 1 Zappy in the eye drag. Most likely he might Fireball, so I'm just going to go Ice Wiz like this. Let's go for the Barb Barrel over here, and then I think we need to pull these archers in like right now to kill them. Ice Wiz should do a good job of cleaning those up, and yeah, not bad at all. I'm just going to go for the Zappies immediately on top of this. He might Fireball that, so I've got to have my P.E.K.K.A ready. There's the Fireball, so we'll just go P.E.K.K.A for the Expo. 30 seconds left. Remember, like, all we need is 1 good Graveyard Freeze, even if he spell cycle, Fireball cycles me. So I'm going to go for this, then I drag, then Barb Barrel over here. I'm going to pop the ability as well instantly, and then I can go for the Zappies in the middle to make sure we don't get cheesed by the Expo. All right, 15 seconds left. He can't really Fireball cycle us from this point. He's going to try, but I can just P.E.K.K.A the bridge that I can Graveyard as soon as I can, and then since this is going to be tanking for the Graveyard, I can just immediately freeze, and there's no way he's winning this game. Yeah, I can freeze on the Evo Tesla, go for the Tornado for a bit of extra damage, and we have played this one amazingly. That was I'd say that's probably like a 90-10 matchup for the opponent. And we still played that very well and ended up catching the W towards the end right there. I'll take it. Very good game. Up against like one of the best footballers right here. I don't know. I think some people considered him the best, but I think that other people don't think so, and he's overrated. I don't know. I don't watch enough football myself to know. You guys can let me know in the comments if you're a ball watcher, but I'm just going to pop the ability right here to get on tower. That's so OP, by the way. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the heroes as well. I'm curious to hear everyone's opinion. Let's go ahead and do the perfect timing here. Hopefully, yes, we got it. Nice. On the Tornado to activate the King Tower with the barrel. That is beautiful. No damage taken, and now we have that for the rest of the match right here. And we're going to be in a decent situation. So he does go for the Skarmy. I guess I can just go Ice Wiz on top of that. Might as well cycle it right here. We'll probably take a few hundred damage if I don't. I don't really want to waste that damage for no reason. And this deck is pretty, like, I'd say it's kind of hard to play because you do need to be super patient and wait for the right times to strike. But also you've got to not be overly defensive. What I mean by that is you basically need to eventually go in. Oh my gosh. No, if I could have got that P.E.K.K.A down quickly. I did not expect him to go for an MK the bridge. Oh, pop the ability here. That's a really bad Goblin Gang. I'm not sure what he's doing, actually. That was a very weird sequence of events. I guess he didn't know he had P.E.K.K.A, to be fair, but Even then, that was still super duper aggressive. I guess this game is just genuine aggression 95% of the time nowadays. But yeah, this is kind of why I'm liking the deck that I made here, because it's very defensive and you have really good lockdown defense. And you need so many good defensive cards to even have a chance against the spammy type of decks. And it's not even just log bait anymore that's spammy. It is everything. Even Lava Hound decks, you just are pretty much going all in. Golem, you're goleming first play. You've got Giant dropping Giant, Prince first play. It's like, the game is so much spam that this is the perfect deck for me, where I genuinely I just can defend and not have to worry about, oh, I don't have this counter in cycle, so I'm cooked. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go for the Zappies in the back like this right here to just control the map. I like P.E.K.K.A as a card. Also, the Evo's kind of underrated, I would say. It did get a buff a few seasons ago, I think 2 seasons ago maybe, and it hasn't really gotten much publicity in terms of people been using it much, but I've definitely noticed that it's gotten better. It basically heals itself more with like when it kills higher HP units, if that makes sense, with its little swing. I'm going to freeze like this right here. Kind of have to. I'm going to go Ice Fist as well. That Monk actually surviving is quite an annoyance, but I can go for the Tornado Barbell on top of that MK Wizard and Electro Wizard. He's got the double Wizard combination. Actually, we have the triple Wizard combination combined because I've got the Ice Wiz. Now is a decent time to go in, I think. I'm going to try and freeze this as soon as I can. Actually, I'm going to wait a few seconds. Let's go ahead and freeze late because now he's going to have no Elixir, and the Graveyard Skellies in the back should spawn up. Perfect. I think that's good. Yeah, we get a bunch of damage right there. That was definitely the play, waiting on that freeze because he didn't have any Elixir left to defend the rest of the Skellies. So what I'm going to do is just wait a few seconds. He's going to get a Skarmy down for that P.E.K.K.A. That's fine. I can just go Barbarial Graveyard once again and keep the pressure on. At this point, we have a huge lead, and I think one more good freeze right here could potentially do it. Let me pop the Barbarial first to get on tower, then freeze. Yes, beautiful gameplay, and we have absolutely dominated Lamine Yamal right here. Pause. Anyways, nice win. I want you guys to leave in the comments any challenge videos you'd like me to do, because I low-key want to do some challenge videos. I used to do a lot more of them, but I don't have any good challenge ideas. Like, I'm not the smartest or the most creative person ever when it comes to challenges, and I love doing them, like the 12-win challenges where we did, like, playing every single card or those type of things. Literally, if you have any fun idea you'd like to see me do, I'm for sure down to do it because I love doing them. But just going to go P.E.K.K.A on top of this Ice Golem right here, and looks like 2.6 Hog Rider probably. Just going to go for the Yard instantly. Maybe this is a little bit aggressive, but I feel like it's a fine play. Wait, what? He has a Knight? He has a Knight and an Ice Golem in the same deck. Huh. Very interesting. But the Graveyard, man, Graveyard, can we talk about this card? How broken is that? Genuinely. I've always just thought that since they've changed the Graveyard, it's one of the best cards in the game, and it's so good. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm just crazy, but the amount of times I've seen the Graveyard just do exactly what it did right there is just sickening. So I'm going to go for these Zappies plus Inferno Dragon on top of the balloon right here. He does Ice Golem Frost, so that's probably going to get one shot on tower. Not a bad like sequence, though. He definitely is going to have to defend this 8 Elixir counter push. I do have Freeze. Maybe we can pull off a little Freeze cheese, but we'll see what he does, though, first, before I do anything. I could have froze there, honestly. Nah, I think it would have been stupid, because even if I do freeze, most likely he's going to play something cheap and distract, and I would have gotten almost nothing out of it. It would have been a waste of 4 Elixir, but just going to go Ice Wiz the back since he just uses Fireball. It's also nice to have Zappies and Ice Wiz because they can only Fireball one, and currently Fireball is the best spell in the game. The best big spell in the game, besides Barbarill, of course, is the best small spell, I'd say. But I'm going to go for my Barbarill like this on top of the cannon. He does go for the Musketeer. That's fine. Ice Golem comes down into the P.E.K.K.A, but P.E.K.K.A's going to heal itself. This is what I mean by the P.E.K.K.A. Like, it's a decent card, genuinely, because of the ability to just keep itself alive for such a long, extended period of time. I'm going to go Zappies split like this, just in case he wants to balloon either way. I've got Freeze for defense. At this point, I feel like we're in a good situation to just go, like, Inferno Dragon, Graveyard, Freeze. That's what I'm feeling. So I'm going to go for the Graveyard now. It's also an Evo Eye Drag, which is always terrifying, always, no matter what you have. Let's go for the Barbell like this and pop my ability to hopefully kill that Musketeer if I can. Look at the Graveyard again. It did 1,000 damage, bro. I'm telling you guys, I drag 1 hit. No way. Oh! No, that's crazy. So we just need to defend this. He's going to go for the Knight at the bridge, but we have plenty of defense for that. Oh my gosh, this Balloon is not breaking through. And Balloon's super popular in the meta. If you are looking for a counter to Balloon, this deck might be your method, I'm telling you. But yeah, that's going to be GG's. He's going to give up with the cannon in the back left corner, and that's going to do it for us. So we'll just go ahead and head to the next match right here. Quick little rant. I watch basketball a lot, and I'm a basketball fan, and my team is playing tonight. They're currently down 2-1 in the series. It's the playoffs, and if they lose, I'm going to, like, actually, oh, man, I'm going to crash out. But That game starts in like an hour from when I'm recording this, so, oh man, you guys might hear me in a horrible mood tomorrow. Hopefully not. But just gonna go for the Inferno Dragon in the back and see what this person does want to do. I cannot pronounce their name at all. He's got a Goblin Hut. Oh, that card's gonna be really annoying, actually. So it looks like maybe a Graveyard Mirror matchup. Not at all a Mirror matchup. We have a really funky version that's way more cool than his, but it's gonna be Graveyard Poison probably here. From the opponent. So I'm going to go for the pack at the back right. Maybe, I mean, I don't know what else I'd really play right there. There's not much of an option. He does have Berserker as well, so double tankage is a bit annoying. We'll see what he ends up doing. I wish I had like a Mother Witch for this matchup. That'd be so perfect. Let's go for the Ice Wizard in the middle, and then I can go, okay, that was the worst timing to Ice Wizard ever. Barbarelle over there. I wish I didn't play the Ice Wizard. Wish I saved it for defense now, and now I'm kind of screwed. Hopefully the P.E.K.K.A can chop up that Furnace pretty quickly. He does Barbarelle. Yeah, we're not getting nothing. Goblin Hut is going to be one of the better counters to this. I'm going to Zappies the bridge. Hopefully he can clean up some of those goblins. I guess not. I thought that would range to the Goblin Hut right there. I was mistaken, though. Knight does come down. The P.E.K.K.A and the Zappies clean that up as well. I mean, this is going to be difficult. We're going to have to win with a really good freeze, but he also has Poison for the Graveyard, so maybe I'm going to have to get, like, the P.E.K.K.A on Tower. We're going to have to get creative with this game, but that's what I like to do. That's what I like to do best in this game in general, is get creative with plays. Let's go ahead and just drop down the Eye-Drag at the bridge and go Graveyard. I know this is super aggressive, but just, I need to get aggressive here. He's going to Poison that probably. Yeah, that's fine. We should still get a few stabs on Tower. I believe, yeah, that's the Graveyard placement to get a few hits because it spawns directly on top of the tower, which is absolutely OP, by the way. Let's just not even worry about that, though. Right now, I can't control it. Let's go ahead and chill. I think we just pack at the back here on the left lane and try and play slow. This is what this deck is about. You want to play really passive and wait. I'm going to try and catch him in a bad cycle, too. Let's go for the Ice Wizard like this. I need to kill that Furnace without it getting much value here. It's going to jump one time, unfortunately. Let's go Zappies. Okay, wait. I need to eye drag this. I don't think that was a good play, solely because he's giving my eye drag basically like infinite value. It's also going to be fully 100% heated right now, and then I can go for a Graveyard. He's going to Poison the Graveyard, but that's fine. Here it comes right now. I should have put the Graveyard on the inside tile. Wait, the eye drag, 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 the eye drag. What is he doing? Bro, no way we just won from an Inferno Dragon evolution. I'm not sure what he was even thinking right there. Like, that was really bad. It wasn't even, like, close to being defended. He just let that go completely. I'm astonished. He might even get 3 crown right here by the eye drag. Oh my gosh, no way. Please give it to me. No way. A 3 crown? Oh, he defended that just barely. But yeah, nice win right there. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the P.E.K.K.A Ice Graveyard deck. And of course, as always, enjoy the Butch Clip and have a good rest of your day. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.